Hi, everybody. Welcome to my Stamp and Sip Live. I am Michelle Solis from This Must Be Ink, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Seekonk, Massachusetts. So tonight there is a lot of excitement about the new annual catalog that just went live on the 6th. So I wanted to show you some new stuff. You're going to be seeing a lot of new stuff in the upcoming weeks. But tonight I thought we would do this bookmark card, and I'm going to highlight a couple of the new paper that's in the annual catalog, the new DSP. Okay, so I think that's all I need to say for the moment. Let's get down to the camera. Well, let's take a drink first. Take a drink of whatever you brought. Cheers to the weekend. All right. Get that out of the way so I don't spill. All right, so let's get the camera down. Talking about spilling, I'm almost going to spill. Bringing the camera down here. All right. Let's go here. Nope. There. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can get this lined up a little better. There we go. All right. So in the annual catalog, one of the designer series papers that is being offered this year is actually carrying over is this Thoughtful Journey paper. So I created this bookmark card with that paper. So what I love about this design with the bookmark card is that you can use one 6x6 piece of paper to create it. And when you pull the bookmark out, it basically matches or mimics the front of the card. So when the person is using the bookmark, they're going to remember the card that it came in. So this one, as I said, was Thoughtful Journeys paper. I used an old olive card base for that. And then the sentiments that went on here is from a stamp set called The Right Words. This is also available in the annual catalog, and it's got a lot of front and then inside sentiments. So on this card, of course, I used it on the front and then on the little bookmark, and then just left the inside blank for my message. But sending good vibes, I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. I thought it would be a really nice graduation card or even a birthday card for somebody. So that's how I did this one. And then this is just a piece of cardstock on the front that was embossed with an embossing folder. So that's the one I showed as my sample online. Then I did this one with the Florals in Bloom designer series paper. So this designer series paper coordinates with the Pretty Florals stamp set, which I'm sure you'll see quite a bit of throughout the spring and summer. So this is a really nice photopolymer stamp set. It's got 2-step stamping, so you can color in your flowers with stamps, and then you've got your little stems here. And so that coordinates with this Pretty Florals paper. So let me show you the paper real fast. I love this paper. So this is the Pretty Florals paper. You're going to get 6 designs. You're going to get 2 sheets of each design. So this one with the all over floral, a lot of new colors in this. Timid Tiger. This is, I think this is the Darling Duckling. There's Petunia Pop, some cloud cover, and you've even got some Secret Sea in here. Okay, and then this page with all the pinks and blues. Super pretty with the little cone flowers. Then you've got this one that kind of reminds me of crocus. This is the piece that I used on my card. It's that crocus piece. This has got some Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock in there. Then this one with, I don't know what these are, roses, not sure, but really pretty in the peach and pink. And then again, some really pretty crocus, this time in, I think this is strawberry slush. And then some tulips, or what I think look like tulips anyways, with Summer Splash and, right on my head, Shy Shamrock. And I think this is peach pie. All right, so the other sides are really amazing as well. I love this one. This one is just a little all over flower, really pretty in the purples. This one with the, I don't know what that pattern is, but I love it. This one with the secret sea. This is cloud cover. And then I think this is strawberry slush. So as I said, you get some really nice new in colors in this pack of paper. Okay, so let's put that aside. All right. Oh, forgot to tell you. 1 second, let's bring that back. So the sentiments from here. So I did not have a current Happy Mother's Day stamp. So what I did was I pulled out the Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera pack. This pack comes with, I think it's 6 sheets, and you get, it's all black and white. So this will go with any card that you create. So you get 2 of each sheet. This first one, is this the same one? Yes, this is the same one. So the first sheet has a lot of different sentiments. Merry Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, and Mother's Day. Let me show you one I didn't punch out. Father's Day and Mother's Day, Valentine's, Easter. So a lot of different sentiments there. 2 pages of those. Then another 2 pages. There's more Christmas, congratulations, happy birthday, best wishes, thankful for you, happy Easter. And then you get 2 sheets that are black with white sentiments. Graduation, congratulations, happy Halloween, St. Patrick's Day. So a lot, I mean, it'll get you through the whole year here. So a lot of sentiments there that are really super simple to use. They just pop out. And then I use dimensionals here. And on this one, I just glued this onto another piece of this cloud cover paper because it kind of got lost in the floral, and then added it as a sentiment to the front of my card. Very, very easy to use. Okay, there we go. All right, so the one that we're going to do tonight, we're going to do another card, bookmark card tonight, but we're going to use my favorite paper. It's called Celebratory Sips. I love this paper. So this, again, you get 6 patterns, 2 of each. So this one with all the little cocktails, and look at that yummy sangria. And then you get this one with the purple flowers. So pretty. Then you get some more cocktails. These, I've just been fussy cutting these out, putting them on the front of cards. They're just perfect for that. Good size. Then you get a multiple color floral. And then this one with all the little fruits and vegetables on it. Again, you could fussy cut these. They're the perfect size to complement the little cocktails. And then this one, which I love because you can take the coordinating stamp set and you can stamp this image right on top of one of these. And it's going to basically color in your little cocktail for you. They made them just the right size for you to use to make your little cocktails. I think that's amazing. I don't know if that's what they intended, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, the other side, you've got, this is some cloud cover here. This is Secret Sea. It's got a really, I don't know what the pattern is, dots. It's very cool. This one with the timid tiger and I think peach pie. This one with, I think, blackberry bliss and berry burst, I think. Maybe, or petunia pop, not sure. This one looks like maybe old olive. And then this is one of my favorites, this polka dot. This is strawberry slush. So this is some beautiful paper, and I am having a lot of fun with it. I've already made a bunch of cards. So it coordinates with this Cheers and Sips. The paper itself is an online exclusive. The Cheers and Sips is also an online exclusive, but it coordinates with a set in the annual catalog. So let me find that real quick for you. One moment. I'm trying to think of what it was. I think it's a scrapbooking. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh my goodness. Let me think. Oh, Celebratory Sips, page 71. All right, here we go. Yes, so it's in the scrapbooking section. And so in the scrapbooking section, you're going to see the paper, Celebratory Sips paper. But in the catalog, it comes with this really cool sticker sheet as well. And then the kit itself comes with, you've got some coordinating two-tone cardstock and another stamp set called Celebrate Together that has some larger sentiments in it that will be perfect for a scrapbook page. So that's what that's all about. All right, so tonight this is what we're going to be using. Put all this aside and pull in our pieces here. Okay, so what do we need? We need a card base that's 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score that. Move my pieces. We're going to score that at 4.25. So just a typical card base for your card. Then you're going to have a cardstock mat that's going to go on top of that. That's going to be 5.5 by 3.75. So a little bit odd size there. Then you'll have a piece of designer series paper that's going to layer onto that. That's going to be 5.5 by 3.5. So that's going to layer on here. Then you're going to have this piece that's a square for us to make our little pocket. The cardstock is 3.5 by 3.5, and the designer series paper is going to be 3.25 by 3.25. Then for your little bookmark, you're going to want a piece that is 2 inches by, this one is 4 7/8. You could certainly make it 4 3/4 is fine. And then your designer series paper, in my case, is 1 3/4 by 4 7/8. If you're going to make it smaller, it'll be 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay? All right. So that's what you're going to need. And then you'll need, of course, a piece of basic white for inside, 5.25 by 4, and then whatever you want to use to decorate the front and your bookmark. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to layer up our designer series paper on our mat. Grab my glue. I already did it backwards, didn't I? Yep. Was that what I was thinking? I don't know what I was thinking now. All right, well, this is where we're going. Oh my goodness. No, I'm right, because I was thinking I was going to use the polka dots, and then I decided no. Okay, we're doing the drinks, doing the sips. All right, so I'm going to layer this up. This is the same length as my mat, so it's going to go the full length of your mat, but you're going to leave a border on either side. And then I popped this up with dimensionals. So I'm going to put dimensionals on this. Piece. And I'm not going to scrimp on dimensionals because I don't want it to get squished. So we're going to put a bunch on here. Okay. Then, of course, the challenge is always getting the backs off. I find these backs everywhere. Found one in the shower one time. Okay, this panel is the same length as your card, so you want to line it up right to the bottom and leave yourself a border on either side. Like that. And then just adhere that. So that will be the front of your card. Then to make your little pocket, you're going to want to take this square and we're going to cut it in half. So we're going to grab our cutter. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to put our little square into the channel with the top one corner in the top channel here, and then line up the bottom corner in the bottom channel here. So just get them both in there at the same time. Easier said than done sometimes. Then I'm going to bring down my blade because I want to start right in the middle of this paper. So we're going to go up and then down so I don't squash my edges. So that will give you this little triangle that will be your pocket. And then we're going to do the same thing with the coordinating designer series paper. So we're going to put one corner in the channel up here and then one corner in the channel down here, both at the same time. Bring my blade up and cut up and down. So we'll have a coordinating triangle. So you will have two of these so you can make another card. Okay. So for this one, if you were going to stamp on here, as I did with my sample, you're going to want to stamp on this before you glue it down. But in this case, I'm going to make it a little tag. So I'm going to just glue this together. Oops. Oh, yep. Sorry. Got ahead of myself there. Glue this designer series paper onto your triangle. It is so hot in this room. Oof, boiling here. All right, we're going to line this up, leaving a little bit of a border around all three sides. That should line up with a border all the way around. And then we're going to decide, before you glue, you want to decide which side your pocket is going to go on. Oh, I lost my other card. So you can see this one, I did the pocket like this on the right-hand side. And then this one, I did the pocket on the left-hand side. So it can go either way, whatever you decide. This one I'm putting on the right. And what I'm going to do is just use some tear and tape because we want it to be a pocket. We're only going to put tear and tape on the side and at the bottom. So we will grab our tear and tape, bottom, and then I'm going to flip this over and just cut this off. I want this tape to go right to the very edge of the paper. And then we're going to do, I've got it backwards now. Oh, this is the side. No, bottom. Okay, and then this side. So we'll flip it over and put the tape here. And again, I'm going to cut that off so it goes right to the edge. Okay, just burnish that a little bit. Then take your backing paper off. All right, and then this is going to go, oops, onto our card. You're going to line this up with the mat, this side of your mat and the bottom edge of your card. So when you get that adhered, it's going to continue that border around the bottom of this, which is what I really like about that. So you don't lose that border. Okay, and then you've got your little pocket for your bookmark. So let's go ahead and decorate the little pocket. What I thought we would do is put a little cocktail on here. So I'm going to fussy cut this little cocktail very quickly. And it's probably going to hang over a bit, which is fine. I just love the watercolor effects that they did on this paper. And the bright colors just makes it perfect for any celebration. And then we'll just get a little bit of this middle white stuff out of there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll just get as much of the white out of there as we can for the front. Okay, and then I've got a little banner that was from the Stylish Shapes Dies. It's actually this long banner piece that I cut. And we're going to stamp it with, oops, It's Your Day. So we've got some Timid Tiger. And we will stamp this up. There we go. And I'm going to put that right underneath that. I'm going to just glue this down. That little end is going to stick out a bit. Right about there. Okay. And then I'm going to pop up my little cocktail. On the front. So this is for a mom who enjoys relaxing with a cocktail. I can think of a few. There we go. So that's the front. And then we're going to do our little bookmark. So our bookmark, as I said, was 2 by 4 7/8, or you could do 4 3/4. And then your paper is 1.5 by 4 7/8. And we're just going to glue this on exactly as we did this piece on the front. It's going to be the full length, but you're going to center it in your bookmark. and glue that down. Okay, now we need to make a little hole for the ribbon. And since I could not get a hold of the little hole punches that I wanted to use, what I did was pulled out my perennial postage dies, and they've got some little dies that will make a hole. Let me show you the one I'm using tonight. Let's raise this up. Okay, so the die I'm using tonight is this one. You can see it. It's going to make a little hole for my ribbon. So we're going to put that onto our bookmark, just toward the top, and I've got a little piece of tape to hold it down so it doesn't move. This is that artist low-tack tape. I'm just going to go through twice because I'm cutting through 2 pieces of paper. And that should pop out my little hole there. Okay, I'm just going to leave that right on my machine for the next one. All right, so let's come back down here. So now we've got our bookmark with our little hole here. So we're going to do some ribbon in there. Okay, I've got some Daffodil Delight. And this is actually Calypso Coral. But I think it's going to coordinate because it's the only orangey one that I've got. So that's what we're going with. So we're going to need about 6 inches of ribbon. So between 6 and 7 inches of ribbon is what I usually start off with. And I'm going to put that through here. That's probably too much, but that's all right. We're going to start with that. Just want to get that right into that little indentation there. And then I'm going to put a stamping block on top of that to hold it. And then I'm going to use my Calypso Coral, 7 inches. And I'm going to actually make a bow. Go underneath and make a little bow. Making a bow is not at all helping me cool off here. Making a bow on camera is never easy. All right, so we're going to just make some little loops. There we go. All right, and then just fuss with it and make it look like what you want. And then you can cut off the little long edges there. And then, yep, this is too long. So maybe 4 inches if you're going to just put it through like I did. Okay, so you've got your little ribbon there. And then we just need to make it a little sentiment. So I'm going to use a little square also from the, I just went right out of my head. Oh my goodness. I can't remember now. What did I say? 1 second. No, that's not it. Stylish Shapes dies. My goodness. All right. So again, a little square from the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm going to use this little orange, and I'm going to stamp that in peach pie. I guess it could be a lemon or a piece of grapefruit. Could be whatever you'd like to put in your cocktail. All right, so we're going to get some peach pie. I'm actually going to stamp off and then stamp onto my little square right in the middle. I want it to be a really light image. Hopefully you can see that. Very light image. Then I'm going to take Timid Tiger and I'm going to stamp Cheers full strength right over that. That Cheers should just fit on there. There we go. And that's going to be our little tag for our bookmark right here. And so I am not going to pop that up because it's a bookmark. So I don't want it to get caught on stuff. So we're going to just do glue and just glue that right down. Right there. Hopefully, oops. Hopefully it's straight and then I moved it. There we go. All right. So that's going to be our little bookmark. And now let's just put our inside piece in here. There we go. And we should have it. There we go. So we've got our little It's Your Day. This would be a really cute little birthday card or a Mother's Day card. Just really cute to celebrate. Okay. All right. So that's it for me tonight. Let me get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Get my camera out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed that. This is a nice little quick, if you need a Mother's Day little gift and card, this is really cute to go with a little book for someone for Mother's Day or a friend for their birthday. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, just leave me a little comment that you're watching the replay and hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If so, come back again next week, next Friday, the 15th, 16th. Next Friday, the 16th. That doesn't, yeah, you're right. I'm just on the wrong day. And I don't know what we'll be doing, but it will definitely be something from the new annual catalog. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. You guys have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves and stay crafty, my friends. Night.